All right, welcome back to Side Nerds Podcast. This is a special one. I know I sound like Steve Harvey from Family Feud. Folks, we have a great one for you today. Well, this one is about you citing your sources properly. I've already made a video on citing sources using APA format last year, which is also on your class website. So please check that for any additional resources that you might have that you need to cite APA format style. But this video is dedicated to you being able to cite your class note or citing your classroom lecture notes, APA style. From this point on, throughout the rest of the school year, I expect that every time we have a project that has any sort of a writing part to it, that you cite your sources using an APA format, even if your notes came from the resources provided to you on your class website. All right? If it is a Nearpod presentation or PowerPoint presentation, those still need to be cited. So get yourself in the habit, because if you make it to college, universities, or wherever you go, even in the professional world, you don't cite sources or you don't give credit for work that is produced or work that's produced by somebody else. That is bad. That's a crime. Actually, it's not just me say bad, but it's a crime. No, no. We cite sources to protect intellectual properties. And intellectual properties are produced by other people, given their talents and their abilities, and they don't mind. Most times, they don't mind you using them. All right, but you have to give credits where credit is due. Imagine if you were an artist and you went to a art display and you saw one of your painting hanging up, and no name under it, or better yet, somebody else's name was under it, and you know very well within yourself you painted that work. How would you feel? All right. So I know you're gonna say, "Well, no one's gonna find me." You never know. So, but it's always good to be a good person, regardless of who's looking or who's not looking. So, just for you to understand, if you don't provide citations on any project that involves writing, you will get a zero for that writing portion of your project. Okay? So there's no if, ands, or but about it. You have to always cite your sources. Cite, cite, cite. All right? Double smiley faces for that. If you don't cite, you get this. Zero. All right? We want this. We don't want this. No, we want that. Okay? So, please cite your sources. I'm going to walk you through. I found this, I personally always go back to the Purdue, our website. It's the online writing lab by the English department at Purdue University. That's a resource that I always use. I think they might actually need to update to the sixth edition of the APA, but for the most part, what they have on there is still useful to you. All right. Here's the thing: if you don't cite at all, you get a zero. If you cite but incorrectly cite, you get some points. All right. So you get penalized for not doing it properly, but not all the way penalized. But you get you know scolded if you don't do anything at all. That's just blatant disregard for for having integrity. All right. So this section right here in the Purdue online lab is focusing on how to cite your online lecture notes. That's also covered by PowerPoint slides, Nearpod presentations of that sort. Always make sure this is the name of the author or the teacher, unless the teacher borrowed it from somebody. This is the title of your presentation, the format in which it's presented, and you always type in lecture, you type in this whole thing and whatever the URL is. I already went ahead and did an example using our notes. So what I'm actually saying to you is that you all need to have this right here cited for all your projects. Miller, J, that's your teacher. Cell structures and functions, that was for this unit. It was PowerPoint slides embedded into a Nearpod, so it's PowerPoint slides retrieved from online notes website, and this is our class website. All right. I hope that was helpful. Please, this is a must have for your project. If you don't, I will refer back to this video and to justify giving you a 0. I don't really want to do that, but if you force my hands, that's what you're gonna get. So please utilize your resources and do the right thing. All right. I hope you found this helpful. See you all later.